Hello! Welcome to the cave. It's Nanny Bot. I'm Daddy Bot. I've got a coleslaw, everyone. And the thing, morning Archnin, blessed Archnin. Solitaire 59X. Wiki, what you saying? Hi. Bonsoir. Mr. Dalton. Richie C, my bearded veteran. I love you, bro. I miss ya. Surely you can come round now, can't you, bruv? Come to my house and we'll do X-Wing, but we'll do 6 foot apart. So you come to the table, play in the garden. You come to the table, we'll stream it. Kevin! Right? You come to the table, I'll step back, etc., etc. Let's do that, Rich. Let's make that happening. And you, Mr. Bellamy, you need some companionship, I think. Lockdown's easing. We can, as long as we sit in the garden. And we're going to sit in the garden, and because we're men, we have the ability to... How do I put this? Use the facilities, because apparently that's one of the rules too. You're not allowed in the house to use the toilet. And in my head, I just have a picture of Middle England, a lot of prim and proper housewives, all with their skirts in the air, having a wee in the bushes. It's quite funny. Hello, my princess, my beautiful Brigitte. As long as we can sit in the garden. Yeah, we can. So, as you can see, I've been sitting in the garden. Literally, I've locked down from the house into the garden. Apparently it's going to start raining Wednesday, so tomorrow will be another Rasta doesn't do anything but get a tan. It's all her fault by everyone. If anyone wants anyone to blame, that's the person to blame. So yeah, Archnin, listen. Good, bring on the rain. Oh, go away, Dalton. Seriously, I'm an African Italian. I don't want the rain. I like my garden's ruined though. My fruit trees are dead, and it's my fault. I thought the colour wasn't dialed in right on the camera. Hello, Mr. Stander, Mr. Home Gym Stander. Have I inspired you, Paul? What's going on? I'd love to come round one evening. Oh, dude, let's do this. We do it in the garden. If you come like early evening, it's still beautiful, son. It ain't too hot for you because I know you don't like it. We can sit under the cherry tree on the decking. I'll say Nanny but the reason why. Okay, so what is rain again? Yeah, so look, Archnin, the reason why I picked you out is because of all. Man, I want to use a really bad word.
You can't.
I can't, can I?
No.
All of the nonsense that's going on in America at the moment. Listen, I ain't no educated expert on the whole situation, but that ain't cool, man. You guys, you lot don't deserve to be treated like that by people you pay your taxes to. So, I just whatever I've seen, I've been appalled, and thank God I don't live in America because maybe it's because we don't have that threat from our police, but I know I wouldn't be able to control myself when people are being hurt like that. I watched that video. That video is wrong. So anyway, look, love to you lot. I hope it's not affecting you, and if it is, I hope it's over soon. I'm going mental. Yeah, look, I just wanted to say something. I didn't want to get on one because I ain't no expert on nothing, but the few things I've seen, shocking, and my heart goes out to all those people being affected. Kind of brings it back to home a little bit because I got food in my cupboard, safe to walk up the street. I got Murder Alley, which the only thing that's going to jump out on me is a squirrel. That's where I live now, so I'm blessed. And there's plenty of people out there getting hurt, and that's not cool. So yeah, stay safe. Love you, bro. I hope you're all right. I know, because it's Minneapolis, right? And the only bit of America I've been to, Minnesota, is there. So I literally actually even recognised where they were burning because we walked around the city, and then they went to St. Paul's where we stayed. Exactly. Right, so it was. It's crazy over here. Luckily, far enough away from it to avoid the looters. But really, vote me to help change things as is the wife. So I grew up in East London. He grew up, literally, that's why he's here, right? He grew up 10 minutes from where I grew up. We had the same upbringing in 2 different generations. And we grew up predominantly with multicultural people. I was part of the influx of people that come in after World War II. My parents were. So I was part of Italians and Greeks and Indians and Africans and Jamaicans and everyone, right? Everyone. And I'm very heavily influenced by black culture, black music. It's a huge part of my life, right? You can see that. Shaped me, made me who I am. Very proud of that. So when I see anyone being like victimized just because of the colour of their skin or bullied, anyone that knows me personally knows how I stand with bullying, period. I'm going to push back. So it's just hard to see that. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. The government that's running that country is causing more trouble than anything else, brother. I know it's not you lot. People just want to live. They just want to go work. They want to have their kids, and then they want to be happy. So Alex is starting to look like a lead singer from Wolf Mother. So what happened the other day? Alex is a smoker, a little bit like myself, and Alex lit his cigarette, and his hair went poof. So the universe has been trimming Alex's hair, and no word of a lie, right? Alex is one of the key workers, and he works in a supermarket. And I went out the other day. I thought it was a joke. I was like, "What's going on?" And so he stood on the door of the co-op, right? And he's like, "You can't come in. Your name's not down," and all that business. But I'm there, and he's got a bow in his hair, like a little girly bow that they've given him at work. They've insisted he needs to keep his hair out of his eyes. So they've and I think you should rock that.
Yeah.
I think you should. You could make that a hood bow
all of the time.
He could. He can absolutely rock it. So yeah, Alex's hair is becoming a problem.
That's the dude that Rich is talking about.
Right. We need the picture. The picture of what? Look, get a picture out. Right. Show him what they're talking about. Right, the picture is incoming. Nanny Bot is... Oh, chair went. Nanny Bot's going. Hold on, let's get up again. Right, so listen, tonight I've got loads of giveaways before we go split screen. There is... Alex has done this call. If you go down, if you're watching on Twitch, right? You scroll down because he showed me now. I've never seen it before. If you scroll down, he's done this, like, diagram. It's really great. Of how tonight and... how generally our giveaways are going to start to work, but especially tonight, kind of trialing things out. We're going to have 5 winners tonight. The stretch goal is always going to be up. Whatever you give me, thank you very much. Whatever you don't, thank you very much. It's all cool. So I'm going to give you these away regardless. I'm going to have 5 winners, 250 spondoolies a ticket, unlimited tickets, an extra ticket if you're a sub, all that usual stuff. But this is what you're getting. It's cool, man. So 5 lots. So oh, ow, actually I do need split, bro. I'm so rubbish at this. Here we go. Right, so what we've got, nothing there. He says nothing's there. Under your banner, Lee. Right, okay. Oh, look, Commander Rex has got it. And did you notice I called him Commander Rex?
Yeah, exactly. You got it first time.
I got it first time tonight, pups. Painting's not on point at all. Running up to this, I had 3 hours of disasters. Honestly, overspray. I've unmasked when I shouldn't have. Like, I completely ruined 2 pieces. Got to redo 2 pieces. So prepare yourself for a bumpy ride tonight. So what we got is 5 sets of cards, right? And they all come with one of these because I'm really into my Lego. So it's a big Lego-y X-Wing themed giveaway, right? So it's Han Solo. Tartan James, what's up, bruv? Tartan, look what I'm painting tonight. Who's that for, James? Oh, he knows what I'm painting. None of you lot do. So 5 Han Solos, right? And on the other side, you got the Han Solo crew card, which is very cool. That's a very cool little picture. So 5 sets. This is how we're doing it. Boom, boom, boom. Then each one of those sets is going to get 2 cards. So for example, we got Maul and Lando, all Lego, Sabine and Bosk, Dengar and Guri. It's not quite gone the way I'm going to split it out. Boba Fett, Triple O. I've lost the card. Yep. Boba Fett, Triple O, Forlom and a Jakku Gunrunner. So each set's 3 cards. Then, if you're a sub and you win, you're going to get a Delta 7 and a calibrated laser targeting. Oh, what is this? calibrated laser targeting, and I think that's Delta 7. Yeah, it's Delta 7. So you get one of those in each set. And then if you've donated tonight, you get your pick. I have got some wicked metals. Let that finish. Afterburners. I've got quick draws. I've got femorals. Oh, let's get that right. I've got femorals. I've got quick draws. Let's show you them again. Afterburner cards. I've got Luke. These are all double-sided, yeah? Vader, Darth Maul, Sith Infiltrator, and Anakin, all double-sided. So there'll be like vanilla pilots on the other side and then name characters. So if you've tipped and you win, you get a medal. If you're a sub and you win, you get the two like acrylic cards. And then if you're just anyone that's watching, it's free to watch. You earn spondoolies just by watching. You'll get one of the packs. So that's how it's working. Donation link is just below, I do believe, Al. Is it right? And it should pop up. Al, can you make it pop up?
I think so.
He's so good. I love this kid. I love this kid.
Oh, look, Lee's got there first. And
See, I love you. So look, right, and I'll show you. I'll remind people of what we're doing, but we've got 5 nice sets. It's only 250 spondoolies to chime in tonight. So what we're painting is, there's a young man on stream. His name's Mr. Titan James, and he only runs filthy dirty lists. And Titan James wants me to paint. You all know this list. Those of you that play X-Wing, most of you in the stream are X-Wingers. It's these two horrible things and that. You know the list. No one likes you, James. I love you, but no one likes you when you play stuff like this. But he has come up with a really cool idea of a paint job that he'd like. Archnin, I love you. Richie C, I love you. Thank you very much. Archnin, thank you so much. And we'll be going through again. The subs come through on like the 10th. And we'll go through that. And then everyone that's subbed will get their extra spondoolies like we did last time. So we are going to be painting this. And I do want to use my airbrush a tiny bit, but I might not, because I might just purely keep it freehand for the love of people like Captain Rex.
You've done it.
I've done it. Second time in, man. That's it, everyone. Right, we'll call it there because I'm clearly not on form tonight. Right, what was I talking about?
Spaceship. Hand painting a spaceship.
Yeah, for Captain Rex. Richie C, I don't think Richie C's got an airbrush. I think there's a few of you out there that don't have an airbrush. Call me Marty Lee does. No, come on, you're pups. You know that, right? You know you're my X-Wing dad. So I could never call you by your first name. What's wrong with you? You're X-Wing's dad. Damn, man. No, you're Commander or Captain Rex. That's all you'll ever be. Right, well, pups. Right, so we are going to paint freehand. Let me get my picture up. Where's my photos? Not that file. We are going to paint General Grievous's face onto this. Right, name change coming soon. Do you know, Commander Rex, we haven't seen the Clone Wars. Can you give me my Grievous style cover, please? From up there. So I'll show you what we're doing. For those of you, there's probably someone in the chat that doesn't know who General Grievous is. Yeah, I'm talking to you, B. Right, this is General Grievous. This is my dial cover that I did. Well, this is James's dial cover actually, because it goes with his squad. But this is General Grievous, and I'm going to try and paint that on there. And someone's done this before me, so I ain't claiming like no ownership to an amazing idea. But let's just do some freehand painting maybe. So it's going to be grey and bone. So black. Cool sign. What are you saying, babes? It's going to be black and bone. And I am going to be using a picture for reference. I'll show you a little picture. A little picture there. Look.
Grey.
So, see, I really just want to... I don't care. I'm sorry, right? Because... it's just going to be a lot better if I just put one little blow with grey. Don't shut up, Al. Don't take the piss, man. I'm too old. Do you know he calls me old man, everyone? That's how he refers to me. Yes, that's the respect. I cook him his dinner. I wake him up in the morning. I don't really. Calls me old man. Old man, you still alive? If you go any darker,
you fall asleep in the sun a lot.
Stop falling asleep in the sun, old man. So how are you all? Talk to me. Lockdown's weird, isn't it? We don't get to do much, but it is starting to change a little bit. Yes, I've got some news as well about tomorrow's stream, right? We're going to change things up tomorrow. And the people who are involved are going to make... I was getting that all weekend after tomorrow. Yeah, it's not funny, is it? It's not funny. It's alright, mate. I put a lot of the young uns to shame around here. Don't worry about it. They eat too many pies. Right. What was I talking about then? What did I start talking about?
Free ham.
Free ham?
Free ham. Yeah.
What did I...
Free ham.
No.
Free hand.
Free hand. Right, that was let's just get on with painting.
Spray it grey.
Right, that's it. So I'm not doing Wolf Grey. I'm gonna probably do Stonewall Cold Grey. I'm gonna go Cold Grey, right? Because I just this is only one thing. I'm not gonna do what I normally do, where I try and do some mad highlighting thing with it. I just want to catch the initial blow.
You ended up getting really badly sunburned.
Your first degree burns, mate. You got to be careful. Like if you lot are not used to it, the reason why Italians sleep all day long, apart from the fact that we're a little bit lazy, is the fact you don't go out in the sun in the middle of the day. Well, you shouldn't go out in the sun in the middle of the day. Get Alex to show you. Is it bad? Has he sent you pictures of his deformities? Let me see if it's stream worthy. I got like. I say my mum's from North Africa, my dad's Italian. Which evening is good for me to visit? Kev, you can come. Why don't we get you playing tomorrow night, Kev?
I thought we were doing something different tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've got 2 plans tomorrow night.
Cool.
Right? So that was it. We got back to what I wanted to talk about. So tomorrow, the plan is... It's not even a plan. I'm making it up as I go along. I love you, Mr. P. I'm going to stream a game, but I'm going to stream a little bit early. I've still yet to exactly nail down the times. It's probably going to be somewhere around 6. Yeah, about 6, maybe 5:30 at latest. Stream a normal game, right, like we normally do, so about an hour and a half. And then afterwards, I'm going to do Lewis and Jess. Those of you in the UK community will know the guy called Lewis Witham and Jess Rushworth. Lewis is my brother, you all know that, and Jess is his partner, and she's also one of my great friends. So they do this quiz, and it's like 150 questions, and it's funny, but it's a bit rude as well, right? So, like, I'm giving the heads up. Lucky, I wouldn't recommend you there. There'll be some rude words in the questions. That's all. And that's kind of like an adult one, and that's going to start at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it's going to run for about an hour and a half. And we might be able to open it up to the stream. There's a way of doing it through some other app, and I'll let you know. We'll put out a big ad tomorrow early. Just something a bit of fun. I really like the idea of it, don't you? Yeah, it's like some general knowledge questions, some geeky questions, stuff like that. Look, if Lewis has had part in it, it's going to be funny. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. If it does change back to normal streaming at 7 o'clock, I'll let you know. Okay, so let's get in here. All I want to do is just a light starting in the centre. And then both edges. So all I'm doing is just blowing the front with some grey, right? I also got some news for you guys about. That would be good if the Wookiee can find somewhere to stand up. Captain Rex or Commander Rex, pups. I've already cut one hole in my ceiling for this stream. I will happily cut a second hole in my ceiling for my Wookiee. Do you not agree?
I do agree.
I do agree. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can get him on tomorrow, but if not, we can start looking at doing something. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do, right? Was put like this little grey fade on the front. And I'm going to pull out all these black lines again. I'm going to put some dark back in and then I'll highlight up from there. But I just wanted like a cartoony light source, okay? And it was just easier and quicker to do it with the airbrush. What happened, mate?
This donation didn't go through, right? So he didn't get the spawn, did he?
Because you can put them in manually if it hasn't added. There you go.
Yeah.
They're in now.
That's it.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, let us know if anything like that happens and Nannybot will remedy it. Right, let's clean my brush because it's really warm. I take it you lot have all had the same weather.
No, it's been raining everywhere around.
No, I don't know. I know, look, it's been like the same in Holland, so I would have imagined it was the same all across England. Oh!
You sprayed water over.
I got splooged, man. I got a wet crotch. It's cooled me down a little bit. Damn, man. My favourite jeans.
Yeah, I'm unsure what it is, Lee. Like, I don't know what setting it is that makes it go like that. But
look, it was something that happened even when we were running back at the store, Al.
yeah.
I think sometimes they just hiccup and you have to...
But like, yeah, it's easy enough to fix them.
Right. So, okay, that's clean. So... just looking at my reference here. Okay, let's start mapping out. Let's get some bone white and some leather brown. Okay, let me just get a standard little palette. I love the sun, but my job isn't conducive to getting it into. I love it. Rich must have the ultimate driver arm.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
exactly.
absolutely black, and then the rest of it's just white. It's a dry palette. Don't sweat it, everyone. I'm not using a wet palette tonight. Should I use the wet palette? I should use the wet palette because I'm painting fingerboard. Alex, what did they do with my wet palette?
Oh, it was just on the fit outside.
Oh, that's why. Let's use the wet palette. Don't need that. Drive backwards. Drive backwards. Yeah. Reverse up the motorway. No, that doesn't work, Lee.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't, because he needs the other arm out. He's still got the same arm out the window, you muppet. Seriously. I love it. The youth was like, yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. Go in a different direction. If he had, you need a right-hand drive and a left-hand drive lorry, don't you? That's what you need, Rich. Or you need to start delivering to the continent. Right, so I can use the one I had from last week. I've still got some space. It's still a little bit wet. I added some water. This is good. Let's put that over there. Okay, so I'm just basically going to try and get in the bulk of it with a slightly darker mix than just drive the lorry on the other side of the road. That way the other arm will get... No, that still doesn't work, James. I'm just trying to imagine what it'd look like as well. Damn, my brain's gone tote. Rich, thanks. Wow. Proper Alzheimer's tonight, everyone. That's why he calls me old man. Note to self.
You spend too long in the sun.
I do spend too... It's all the bumps on the head, mate. I've had a lot of bumps on my head in my life. I used the wet palette for the first time yesterday. Kept the paint usable for the 3 hours I was painting. And that's... So, for all you guys, that's like one of the really big advantages. If any of you struggle in any way with being colourblind, it's really big to have a mixed colour. Stay wet. Do you know what's happened, Al? My camera's definitely moved since we set up, but I'm not going to try and move it back now. Right, so Mrs. S started work right about now, looking after people. You know, I don't even say it lightly. My dad has quite a bit of it, quite strongly in the past few years. I have had a lot of big bangs in my life on my head. I'm not going to go into my injuries, but my short-term memory does have its moments. Shut up, Al. You're not even funny. Remember where you live.
Spend hours hunting for the vape that you were carrying just 5 minutes before.
That's a lot. That's a lot of my life. That is. Right. Where are my tissues? There it is. Hello, mate. What are you saying, Jakey boy? Miss you, bruv. Right, so let's rough on where I want this face to go. Okay, so I want to go. I'm going to try and come up a bit for you lot. So I have to look over my glasses. So I look through my glasses to focus on that, and I'm looking over my glasses to focus on the monitor. Really hard. So I need somewhere where I'm actually in focus and you're in focus. That looks about right. I'm not going to talk much when I do this. I'm holding my breath. I'm going to go all the way over this at the moment, and then I'll come back in and pull out his eyes in a second, rather than try and actively paint the eyes now. I've just put on the skull shape first, the outline. A little bit of rubbish in my paint. Notice my paint's really wet and flowing, and it's not covering the whole model, which is good because I can put other coats. You don't want your paint thick, you're better off doing a couple of coats. Okay, so we're going to do all of this back area in this colour too. Let's come up again a bit more.
Jake replied to you. He says, all good, buddy, still painting, missing playing, had lots of time with the family, so can't complain.
Miss you too, bro. I really itching. I'm not itching to play X-Wing. I'm not going to lie. I'm itching to see everyone. It's been very hard. Like, I had a memory come up on my Facebook a couple of days ago, and it was that, you know, the Euros after I won, where Simeon had just won Worlds, and it was just like, God, we're not getting any of that. Oh, yeah. So just miss people. Be really nice. Let's come down here with this colour. So although I'm painting quite quickly, when I'm painting something like this, try and like be mindful of where you put in the paint. Even Hello, Kay. Hello, my brother. How are you? We're giving away some of your cards tonight, mate. So if you'd like to win them. And we got some cool Lego cards. We're alright, bro. How are you? How's the family? The little samurai family. In my head, Kay's kids all have actual Gundam suits in the closet.
I mean, Kay does build armour, so...
Do you know what I mean?
Possible.
Light up Gundam suits. Okay, so...
He said, I'm good. Finally invested in a decent quality airbrush, so I have something to do while the boy splashes about in the paddling pool.
What did you get?
I got what a Neo.
Yeah, nice. So that was the first one I started using, Kay. I've only just gone up. And the Neo's a wicked brush. A really good, like, capable brush. Okay. So when you are like freehand, you try and find, when you're, you know, like trying to paint a pattern symmetrically, both sides. Symmetrical? Symmetrical, yeah. You try and find points on the actual model. And then, do you see what I mean? So you're kind of balancing off where your line goes to. And if you notice, look how big my brush is that I'm using. Look, it's like almost as big as the model. But when you've got a good brush, this is a broken toad, it's about a point. And I told you a brush is a tool, and this is the part that should feed the tip if it's a good brush. It doesn't need to be super tiny. I will, of course, be using smaller brushes.
Kay said it's probably setting back less than he's spent on rubbish airbrushes.
Did you get a compressor as well, Kay, or was it just the brush you brought? I reckon it's just the brush you brought. I bet you he's got a compressor. What's Mr. Stan saying?
With a brush that size, you might as well just use a roller.
I'm very capable with big tools, Paul. Paul's undone his hobby room and turned it into a gym. Oh. I don't know whether to big him up or laugh at him.
Well, I mean, why would you laugh at him?
Because he's got rid of a hobby room. I mean, it's not the putting in a gym.
It's the getting rid.
It's the getting rid of the hobby room that I'm struggling with dealing with, to be honest. Because surely that could have just gone in a garden under some netting or something, rather than get rid of a hobby room.
You can just run street for free.
Okay, I need some more paint. I'm running out of paint. So I do hope I'll be getting most of this done in this episode, and it'll be one of those. You just got to bear with me a bit for the first hour, and then it'll all start happening, or happening if you went to an English school. Do you know where it comes out most, Al? Do you know the word I've noticed lately when I say ass?
Ass.
Ass.
Yeah, ass.
I can't say it the other way.
House.
I can't. I'm not doing it, Al. I reject your reality and substitute it with my own.
I've got to put on like a proper voice when I serve. Change my accent. My hobby room has now made it into the house.
Alright, fair dues, then big you up.
What had to leave the house to be replaced with a hobby room? There's no longer a kitchen.
I think
It didn't work too well.
Paul's got a big house.
Ashton says my accent throws off Americans. It's great.
Honestly, everyone, Al served someone in the co-op and he asked if someone else could serve him because he couldn't understand Al's accent. And I'm just like, oh. It's because you don't look trustworthy, Al. He thought you were going to mug him and serve him.
In the shop. Yeah.
In a shop, mate.
I just like give a hand signal, all the cameras face downwards, and then I rob him.
So I am using little like panel intersections to stop the colour or to like use as a line, and I will go back at times and touch things up with the black. Oh, I'm sorry everyone, that was a private joke that you'd have to be living next door to my neighbour to get. Nanny Bot just whispered something very funny in my ear. Don't do that while I'm painting. I could have like really ruined it. It's weird, isn't it? That might be the only time I've heard it.
I'm worried.
That's it. She cracks and kills everyone in the village.
No, you should just go back to suspending a ladder halfway up a tree, cutting things down again.
Maybe she's gonna start streaming.
Dangerously hanging over the fence with a chainsaw or something.
You make me laugh, Al. You can stay.
Dumb proper flop in it. on the computer front, trying to find it.
Has the bang... They're digging a hole now, Kev. Right? They've been digging this hole in this garden. Seriously. Got to turn off my compressor. There've been like 3 men digging a hole for like a week and a half.
And especially it's the hole that one man could dig in 20 minutes.
It's a 20-minute hole. We're not sure what's going on at the moment, whether it's a pond, a fish tank, a swimming pool,
a grave,
a new extension to the Grand Union Canal. Something's happening. It's a hive of activity, Kev. Unlike me, who has become the sunbathing man on the roof while watching them. It's interesting. We got bets on what we think it is.
Swimming pool, fallout shelter, mass grave.
That went dark, man. Oh, it's Captain Rex! Holy pups! He's just captain. He's going to end up going back to captain. I know he is.
Cool.
But
I have managed to get Paul's nerd room pictures.
Nerd room pictures? What with his...
There you go, look.
Hey! Oh, let's have a look. Hold on, let's have a look. What you got? Star Wars Risk, got that. I ain't got hardly any games, Paul, but I just want to see what you got. If there's anything, I'm like, ooh, I want to play that. You've got to turn sideways to read it. They're a bit hard to read, those ones. Is that Small World? Ticket to Ride? Yeah, I love Ticket to Ride. It's the best family game. I can't read the other ones. My eyes are really bad. But that's cool. I like it. Oh, he's got Sabak. Oh, look, hold on, there's a thermal detonator. Did you see the thermal detonator?
I did see the thermal detonator.
What's the thermal detonator? I want the thermal detonator, Paul. Yatta. That's what she says, isn't it?
Maybe they're going to start fracking Kev's next door.
Yeah, I do notice the 2 Sabak decks. Where'd you get the thermal detonator, Paul? Answer the question. As I come around and steal it. I would as well. If you didn't have a lovely wife like Mrs. Stander, I would.
You know he's got the microfighters Y-wing.
He's got a microfighter's Y-wing. Has he? I've got one of those now.
Not the same one that you got though.
Yeah, I've got the 2 types they did. The 3 types they did.
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting to get somewhere towards the first layer of this paint job. She hoover in the garden.
I think so.
Shibs, yep. She
That
actually hoovers the garden. No lie, hoovers a garden. Not a leaf blower, hoover.
Like a Henry.
Like a Henry. Henry's the garden. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's a bottle of Coke from Galaxy's Edge. That's what the thermal detonator.
Oh man, I want it so bad. Like, can you go back, Paul, and I'll have 4 just bottles of Coke? They're not a lot, bro. You know I love you. You'll buy me 4 drinks.
Archington says once things get more normal, I have that Sabak set to send over to you to give away.
Oh, I love you. Yeah, it's mad at the moment, the postage. Everywhere.
Lee says he's been printing them.
Printing what? Bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, Lee, 3D print me some 1/1 scale stuff to go on a Stormtrooper belt, or like some smuggler belt, really. Because I've got this cosplay belt I made. I want to turn it into a bit of a... It's got some stolen Stormtrooper patches. It needs some more scummy stuff now.
3D print a lightsaber.
3D, yeah, do that. No, I might get...
full lightsaber.
You can make them out of Lego, dude. I might actually get the plans off Bricklink and have a Lego lightsaber hilt. I think that'd be pretty sick. Just get that little bit as well. Oh, is it kicking off?
I think so.
Oh no.
I missed that. That was a long comment.
What was that?
Um,
Someone frapped themselves.
yeah, frap myself.
What happened?
Getting back through customs, has heard scare stories whilst over there that they look too much like hand grenades on airport x-rays. He said, I've done lots of lightsabers already, sell them in the local comic shop. See that? He's already one step ahead of the game.
Dude, why aren't you 3D printing me 1:1 scale props and sending me stuff like that to do, man? Like a deal, like Han Solo's blaster, or yeah, a Jedi lightsaber that I can go and super detail afterwards and finish it and actually make a replica, and we can give that stuff away. Right, I'm gonna get some black. I'm not done by a long shot yet.
You painted one colour on it.
Yeah, cool. That's it. Finished, everyone. And that's an artistic impression of General Grievous. I'm going for abstract on this piece, James. So let me switch up.
Picasso Grievous.
This brush might be a bit small. That I just picked up, I think it is. Yeah, it's way too small. Can't work with that.
Oh wait, we've got pictures of more thermal detonators.
Coming from where? All over the internet?
Yeah. It is suddenly I threw out your thermal detonators time.
So I might have a bit of back and forward here, right?
Here you go. That's what they actually look like.
Give me that. Is that Jude? That's still Jude, isn't it? I reckon those hands. I've played X-Wing against those hands. They're wicked, man. What a great idea. Why can't we have those in shops in England?
Why can't we just have those in general? Just forget regular Coke bottles. Everybody has thermal detonators now.
So I've gone all the way across with the line. I am gonna end up going over a couple of bits of this black, but I'm going all the way across because I want that straight line. So it weren't quite. I ducked off. I said ducked off. Veered off. Swerved.
Oh, I have a launching coming. Here it is.
Who's this? Mr. Stand-Up.
No, this is from the League.
Deviated septum.
What?
What?
We're just talking about you deviating from the line, man.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Well, if you've got cool stuff, that means I want to see it.
That's really cool. I want one of those. Nice. Yeah, it's so gangster.
It's so gangster.
Yeah.
Space gangster.
Yeah.
Love that. I want to be a space gangster. So where's mine? Okay, so there's a bit more like that. So I'm going to go a bit more up in this corner.
Cool. Picture
You
one.
got a picture to show me?
Can you see what it is?
Yeah, I can see the deer. I can see hands. Oh my god, it's a dark saber. And I would work that hard, you know, Lee. I'd like go to town on it if you got me that. A proper lightsaber though, not a dark saber, just because it's like a bit of a boring paint job.
Dark saber's cooler though.
Yeah, I know the dark saber's cooler.
1 second, I've got a proper lightsaber. Even though it's not a proper lightsaber.
So I started with the eyes, and now I'll fettle the shape, right, from the outside. So on this, it's going to be about getting these eyes right. This isn't actually too bad. I remember when I painted... Oh. Did you wait for me to see it? You did, didn't you? You couldn't reaction. Oh, that's very nice, man. I want to paint that. Lee, make some lightsabers for me. I bet you they take about 1,000,000 hours though to print.
Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Oh yeah. It's got to be Luke's though. I'm sorry. Surely that is the coolest, like, or even a Yoda. Do us a Yoda saber. Little mini Yoda saber. I can do that for Scarlet for cosplay.
Lee's like, I've got Yodas.
I don't know if you guys have seen, but Funko released some baby Yoda pops, and I am going to get hold of one of them in particular. I've seen one. I don't want the one eating the frog.
So cool.
It is cool, but I don't want to do that one. There's one where he's like using the Force. There's a couple of them. But I'm going to get them, and I'm going to paint them and try and do something with them to make them look a little bit more bling than they are. Because I love that art style. Okay, so we put his eyes in the right place. They're about even. Okay. So going back to my black. Let's get some water. Okay. Let me just touch.
The Baby Yoda Black Series figure may have ordered the other characters now that they're doing some new packaging and re-releases, so I can complete the ones I want.
Archman, nice. Ash is. Remember when I used to do Rasta Ash? Ash is big into his Black Series. I tagged him in. They're doing that full set of Rebels, the Black Series, like the big ones. I think it's the 7-inch or the 5-inch figures.
Ooh, it's wicked. We need to get one for Scarlet.
You need to get what for Scarlet?
Exactly.
So I'm going to run down these panel lines. See these panel lines. So this is black paint, thin down.
This one we need to get Scarlet.
Oh! Oh, yes, we do. I'm going to get her the new Ray outfit as well, Lee. I'm going to do it really nice for her. She looked wicked in the original. We did cosplay when it was like Ray from Force Awakens, but she'll look amazing as new Ray, Jedi Ray.
Seems like everybody's getting Black Series in their own way.
Who's getting Black Series?
So Lee's getting Darth Revan and Dooku's Black Series lightsabers. And Archinin ordered Black Series Ahsoka, Sabine, Mandalorian, and the alternate Mandalorian. All in Black Series figures.
Very nice. I can't do the figures because I love the Lego, I'm afraid. There's only room for one in my life.
Solitaire 59 says, what about Sith Ray? Do Scarlet a Sith Ray costume?
Oh no, she's not a Sith though.
No, she's not.
She'd hate that. She had a little crush on Ben Swolo, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't like Kylo, but when he became Ben, she got a bit of a crush on him. Me and Al proper ribbed her about it. We were like, he's so ugly. So I'm painting a line that isn't there now. And that's like, see these bits on the top of his helmet. So again, we're going to jump in these panel lines with this black.
Alan Barlow says it's his boy's birthday on Thursday and they've got a Lego Death Star.
Ooh! Ooh, that's very nice, dude. It comes with so many minifigures. It's such a nice set if you've got the space for that. I'm definitely, in September, I'm going to be starting the Lego Millennium Falcon as a stream. I'm going to be doing it probably on like a Saturday or Sunday. It's probably going to be like 10 or 12 episodes, 2 or 3 hours. It's going to be me, Scarlett, Alex, maybe Kev, maybe Richie C, one episode. And we're going to be building the UCS Falcon bit by bit, 2-3 hours a time. It's like a 30-hour build. Yeah, I'm very excited. Now that I own a coffee table it can go in. Oh, my paint's gone dry. And my brush.
Lee says my heart's breaking here. Kev says I'm definitely up for that.
What did I say before? I've forgotten actually what I've talked about.
Well, because you didn't say that Lee was going to turn up and help build the Falcon.
And Lee, I'd love you to come and... Lee, Seriously, if you want to come to my house, I think that's we'll discuss it, right, Lee? I've had that Lego 3D program that you can get, Lego whatever it's called, from the Lego actual company, where you can build stuff, and I've been building a docking bay, the walls, and I'm gonna have to seriously rethink what I'm doing, because I've already gone over the part count of the Falcon itself, so I'm at like 6,000 pieces to build a docking bay, and I haven't finished building it like in CAD. So I'm gonna definitely have to mix up some Lego and some real world model making techniques.
Louis says, have you seen the one that was done with a lighting kit and then set in clear resin?
What? Why would you do that to it? Why would you do that to it?
It's immortalised.
Ugh! What a terrible thing to do to a Lego Millennium Falcon. It's amazing how many of us love Lego. See what I'm doing? I'm starting to go in the panel lines with the black.
Lee said it looked amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it did look amazing, Lee, but it's a £650 Lego piece that, if it's looked after, will just increase in value, and you know that, mate. And you sink it in resin, you just... Oh.
Well, that's one less UCS Falcon.
Dude, if I could afford two, I might think about it.
What, buy a second one?
You know what I mean? If I had that sort of money, but who does? So I'm starting to, this is very cartoony, taking it back to the black like this, but it works really well.
He had it valued at £6,000 as it was.
Who?
The guy who sunk his Falcon in clear resin.
Okay. What did it cost him to sink it in clear resin? Did he do it himself? Well, Lee, if it really is worth that, I'll buy one. We'll send it to Ryan. We'll sink it in resin and you sell it. Sorted. Let's do that. I love using black paint like this rather than like a wash. Just works better.
It was $2,000.
Yeah, but no, yeah. Just think about you know about casting, Lee. Think about the process of building a box for that and getting it. Imagine getting it wrong. Imagine a mismix on the resin, or one of the electrics going on the lighting kit. I mean, how do you even trust that to not screw up that lighting kit? and then you just wasted 3 bags of sand.
In the pursuit of making 3 more bags of sand.
Yeah, surely there's got to be less risky ways of making 3 bags of sand.
It was 15 plus layers to get the colours to blend. And Paul says easy. Centre decay to like problem solve.
I'm going to get in this canopy. Ah, what colour is this canopy in that picture?
What picture?
The picture on my phone. Is it red, green, what?
Orange.
So none of the colours. I thought it might be.
Sod all the way off. I can barely be trusted with the £30 worth of stuff, let alone £3,000 worth of stuff.
Do you know what? I wasn't going to say anything because I thought I'd let Kay say it myself, but I bet you Kay was thinking, no way do I want part of that. I don't want part of that. This is going to have an orange glow in this canopy. We're not doing stars, we're doing a colour, but I want it right into the black edge. I want everything around this bone to have a black edge, so I might as well just get some black in here as well. I need a touch more. What time is it, little boy?
It is 8:10.
Okay. So about an hour we've got. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, just tuned in, we've got a big stack of giveaways. We've got 5 sets of giveaways, 5 sets of prizes, card stacks, and you get 3 lovely all art Lego cards. And then if you're a sub, you get 2 acrylic cards, and if you've donated, you get a metal card. So that's all coming up. If anyone in the chat wants to see what we got, because you ain't seen, shout up and I'll show you.
Like, I had the means to do that project for myself, absolutely, but no.
Ulfric, thank you, mate. Do you know what I've got? No volume. That's why I'm not hearing that.
Are you doing a Dalton tonight and finishing this all in one stream?
I'm trying. You know, there's always like a level of finished with me, which means I'm going to get it as finished as I can, but I'm already with an hour left. Don't think I've got enough time to finish every little bit that I want to paint on this, but I'm sure I can get it enough where all the top is getting close to finished, where you get to see. Ah, Mark, I love you, mate. Your X-Wing will be in the post to you tomorrow, young man. If you'd like to send me your address, that would be great. So let's put a couple of these on as well. Where should we go?
I think Rich has just sent me a bunch of pictures of a Lego Falcon, and it might be the Lego Falcon from the expo that we were at. Yeah.
The one where it's taking off out of Mos Eisley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You can chuck that up there. Oh, Alan Barlow, thank you, sir.
Mark said, awesome, I'll ping you a message later. And he says, he has an Essex addressed, honestly.
He doesn't, Paul. I love you, but he doesn't. There seems to be a black line out.
Here you go, here's a picture of the whole spaceport together. It's the one that we saw at Expo.
Yeah, so good. Cool. So good.
So many bits. Do you think he spent 4 days designing it on a computer first?
I think it took more than 4 days to design that on a computer.
Do you think one day he just got out some blocks and he was like, yeah, it's time?
He had a really big bag of that desert colour. He found it at a car boot sale and he was like, I know what I'm going to do. I've got this. Right. Okay, so it's kind of the roughed out black. And I've got to start, again, going back. There's little bits that are not right. I need some more paint. And then I'm going to start highlighting and tightening those areas, right? I want to go back to this original base colour first, though. Sorry, talking with a brush in my mouth. Oh, thank you so much, Lee. So, it was these bits I weren't 100% happy with. There will definitely be back and forth when you freehand. That's alright, yeah? Don't get stressed about stuff like that. That's part of it. No matter how good you are at it. Paint sometimes just gets where you don't want it to be. Or you don't quite mirror it the way you want it. And you have to fettle it. Okay. And I'm going to jump. Ryan, hello bro. Weird, isn't it? I mentioned you a minute ago in stream and there you appear. This is one of those, what they called out? What was the name of the ship?
Bulbasaur.
Thank you. And it's going to be General Grievous's Bulbasaur. So I'm painting a General Grievous face on it. Duh. How are you, my darling Ryan? How's Gabriel? How's the wife? So I took that line out a little bit on the top of the eyes, a little bit. Just give it a bit of character. Right, so now what I'm going to do is just on those bone areas at the moment. You can see already, right? We've got a really nice pattern. And you can see what's happening. You can see who it is now, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the bone. We'll go neat bone. We'll get some water, of course. Keep it nice and flowing. Water, Liquitex, flow medium, whatever you guys use, just principle's the same. Okay, so now we can go back over the design and start to use this lighter colour to lift it and tighten it. And once I've gone over most of this with this, I'll add some white and then I'll just highlight a few portions. So I've got that original colour, right? And now I'm going over and there's like, because the paint's a little bit opaque, that little thing that you've done before with the darker shade still there with the bone. It's like translucent, and you tighten with this brighter colour. So where there's some subtle mistakes that need fixing, we're fixing it with this as well. Steady hand. If you want to, like, really, when you're painting a really exact line like I'm doing, right, time your breath. So you hold your breath. And then you breathe out. Honestly, you need to actually time your breath. It really will help you. Okay, I love you, man. It's amazing, thank you.
He said it's not like he's going to spend it down the pub, is he?
Oh, I love you, Kay. I still love you for it. I'm sorry at the angle I've got it. Honestly, I'd need to be about a foot taller for me to actually be in a comfortable painting position at the moment. Can you guys hear any of the bird song on the mic, out of curiosity? Like that. Wicked. Oh, that's quite nice. It's proper arty-farty. I'm a bit Bob Ross now. I'm happy with my life because I've got bird song while I'm painting. It's a busy one, that one. Having a proper little sing-song he is.
Okay, so it's not over the birds outside of my window.
Not what?
Not over the birds outside of my window.
Right, okay.
Well, freaky, throwing up some birds. Happy mistakes.
It's like we got a soundtrack now, huh?
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? The universe provided, because it knew I was holding my breath. You start to see where I've like touched with light colour and where I haven't. And now it's starting to tighten things up. Sound's gone crackle. Okay, I'll retry it.
Sounds good here.
Oh, okay. Any better? I'm back. We unplugged, we reconnected. Are we back? Who knows? Let's get that out of the way. We'll wait for them to. Good, bad? I can hear the birds. Thought it was outside the truck. Oh, Richie's in a lay-by.
It's the Twitch error I've been getting.
Ah, okay. Okay. God damn that compressor. Oh God, the dogs. I hear an imminent sound invasion, everyone.
No, they haven't. They haven't been released yet. Which part of the UK tonight, Rich? Refresh this stream and it went good. I found a way to fix it.
There we go. There's the invasion. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. They're part of my life, just let them be. Hello, my sweetheart. Hello, my little girl. What? Do you want to say hello? Come on. This is my little girl, everyone. She loves her dad. She proper loves me. I love her too. I love you, baby. You've got to go down there, though, darling. I'm working. Okay? Okay, say hello, X-Wing people. This is one of the X-Wing dogs. Pepper is Pepper. They know. Pepper, stand there and say hello to everyone like a lady. She's got a boyfriend, everyone, now. We go for a walk, right? I do 2 walks. In the morning I take Pepper and I do this really long walk because Pepper's still quite young. And then I take Patch in the afternoon. And I take Pepper a different route. And she's met this dog. His name's Milo. And I think they're in love. Milo's certainly very in love. Let's put it that way. He's Scottish, Milo. They're visiting.
Right.
So Alex approves straight away. Don't you?
Yeah.
Because you're the king of Scotland. Oh, it's this really cute golden... I can't think of the name of it.
Golden Retriever.
Nah, it's...
Is it the one on the...
King Charles
on the
Cocker
canal?
Spaniel, yeah, something like that. Really pretty he is.
The one with the long ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she drinks out of his bowl.
No. We've got a bowl sitting outside the court, just in case.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's good to know, you know. I can come over and give her a drink. Sorry, did I drop right out of focus? I did then. That's because Nannybot is having an emergency oil change. Because he's getting a bit hot. So he stood by the plasma venting. Look at all those big words I'm using now.
Yeah, man. You're doing well.
Trying to keep the magic alive. done? Oh, I missed that. Nearly.
Okay, might be getting a puppy.
Oh, what? I know, dog. Don't say that. I would have a puppy velociraptor.
Me too.
I would train it to love me and kill everyone else. Okay, there's a couple of little bits I'm going to touch in with the black in a minute, but I'm going to do the next highlight. So just adding some white into my bone. This is not going to be all over now. This is going to be like light sauce. Hold on. This is my daughter, and they're always funny.
What we got now? Is it another?
I don't know yet.
Emergency?
I don't know. We're going to
What's the issue now?
genuinely my favourite person. I'm going to reply and then I'm going to read it to you. I love her so much. Right, so this is the text from my daughter. She knows I'm streaming. I brought a cake mix. Hi. So I know it's pretty bold of me. Swear to God, this is a 13-year-old's text message. Hi. So I know this is pretty bold of me, but can I kind of ... I don't know ... use the cake batter to make cake pops instead of a cake, because I kind of like that more. And I will make you all cake another day. Also, I'm very bored. So I mean, this is a very good and exquisite, winky face, use of my time. Don't you think? Please answer. It's important. Well, it's important to me. Okay, love you. And and I said, yeah, of course. And then I've just got, yes, 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 yes. You won't regret it.
Just waiting for the flames to be licking out the window.
Oh, she makes me laugh so much. She's so funny. Oh, she's the best model I ever made. Oh, wow. Proper makes me laugh. Sorry, she sends me craziness. I had the music on the other day, too loud, and the text started with fam.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was like, what?
And then was it, can you turn it down, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. She reckons she got that from me.
Oh, she's so funny. She proper makes me laugh. Right in the middle of the stream as well. She's like, no, I need to know now. And she's not going to make cake pops now. Or do you think she is?
I think there's a possibility she might be making cake pops
She's
now.
getting ready for when we're done so that we can do the oven.
Well, yeah, because I heard, like, some pots and pans.
Did you?
In, yeah.
Okay. She's cake popping, everyone.
I don't know how she's going to achieve it, though.
What do you mean?
Well, like, we got no sticks.
She's invented something, Cal. You know her well enough. She's going to use cocktail sticks. I can see it now. A little brain has seen the pot of cocktail sticks I've actually got lollipop handles somewhere, you know.
Paul made a joke.
What did he say? Was it bad?
No, it was just bad.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I have a friend who is a pilot for Virgin Atlantic, but because of lockdown, he's off work. I asked him if he fancied doing a bit of decorating for me while he's at a loose end, and he jumped at the chance. I must say he made a lovely job of the landing.
Thanks, Paul. If anyone ever goes to Essex, there'll be a little man there telling jokes. His name's Paul. Say hi.
Or just don't go Essex.
See, I wasn't going there, Al, but you went there.
Tumbleweed moment.
Oh yeah, I didn't laugh. Sorry, that was very funny.
I can hear cupboards. She's definitely cake popping.
She's cake popping.
Yeah.
Or
Making hummus.
she's making that moonshine again. I've told her it's illegal. Damn, I'm all over the place tonight on the camera. Sorry. We weirdly just struggled getting the camera back right tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's all set up on these weird, like, arms we've got that really it should all just fall back into place, but it didn't want to find a happy focus point. I think it's the heat. Or the heat got to Alex or something. Do you know how I'm going to have to get out the Wolf Grey in a minute?
You sure?
Yep. What are you kissing your teeth about?
Just another real dry joke.
From Paul.
Yeah. The 7 dwarves have been told from Monday they can meet as a group of 6. One of them isn't happy.
Oh, Paul. Paul, just because I stopped speaking doesn't mean we need a joke. But never go away, Paul. You know I love you. But shut up. Okay. Bit more white, almost pure white. Just a couple of little bits. It is pretty much pure white, to be honest. Very tiny bit of... I haven't cleaned my brush off properly. And then there will be, right at the end, I'm just going to tighten up a couple of the black lines I've gone over a bit. Like this right at the front. Because there's so many converging lines. What is that noise? Is that you?
No. It's your chair.
It's my chair, everyone. I'm not having a trouser accident. You can see the bone variations in there, the browns right up to the whites. Alright, let me just tighten up a couple of the blacks lines, and then I'll hit the canopy and the black itself. We'll do some highlights on that. I'm sat waiting to see how the canopy will look. Well, I'm going to save that right till the end then, Mr. P. There's my black gone. There's my black. My wet palette's drying out big time. So I have actually gone to a smaller brush.
Is it risky to if you're painting in the eyeballs?
No, no eyeballs, Captain Rex. It will look. I just don't think it'll work. No, I'm not. What was that black? I was doing black, wasn't I?
People are checking this one, do they?
So remember, if you are a sub, you get an extra ticket when you enter, and it opens you up to the sub level of prizes. And if you've donated tonight, and there's been quite a few of you, it opens you up to the top tier prize, as well as all the tiers below you. So basically, the more things you've done, the more you can win. Because I love you.
Here is a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
No modification, but no constraints otherwise. What paint job would you do on Vader's TIE Advance?
Zigsaw, thank you very much for that. What modification would I? What paint job would I do on Vader's TIE Advanced?
Yeah, but no modification to it.
Who asked that question?
Mr. P.
It is very hard for me with like the original trilogy ships to want to bastardize them, if you know what I mean, with their paint job. So I'm always like going to lean towards just movie paint job, but I'd go like black and red, like start from black and work up through. Do you remember how I did my Jedi? Grab me a Jedi. Nanny Bots on a case. I think he did. Have we been joined by a patch?
I think so. No, it's a pen.
So you can't really pick that up, but there's much more of colour than you're seeing. It's being a little bit whited out by the lights, but using those whites very subtly to put cross hatching. Let's just, because I did make a little mistake then.
Commander Rex says it looks so good.
Thank you, pups. I actually want to go there as well. Very thin line. Can't bloody see my camera. I'm so blind. Okay, so that's pretty much the bone done. Okay, so let's tar up the grey. So our original colour was stone grey, coal grey. Wolf grey. You can't have a show without wolf grey. Wouldn't be Rasta Maze painting if I didn't use wolf grey. I don't think I need any other colours. I'm going to have a vape and a mouthful of Red Bull because I'm really thirsty. Why not saying like that, Paul? Just like a fade to black. So it's black at the back and it fades through a dark red to a lighter red. and it's got a little Imperial stencil, can you see? Just there, faded in as well. The idea of this was that Vader is when Vader went bad, when Anakin went bad, and then all my Jedi stuff all turned into like Dark Side Empire. That was the idea. But yeah, that'd look really nice on a TIE Advanced. That's what I'd do, Paul. Don't need that, George. You need the electric one. Yeah, it was all Simeon's worlds list, wasn't it? I did him 2 ETAs and his arc all to match, and then all my what they call torrents. I did all the torrents. I did a stream where I did the torrents. It's really easy paint job. Really easy paint job.
Archlin says he really likes the look of Grievous. Grievous super paint.
Thank you, Archlin.
And he says he was wondering whether he should go nuts and break out the shocking paint.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to Vader. Don't do that to Vader. Vader's the bum in 2.0. He really is really strong, man. Like, the imp faction is spoilt for their aces. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, don't paint him pink. Please don't do that, Paul. Looking for your glasses when you've got them on. Right, so all I'm doing with this grey, this original cold grey, is just some of these, sorry, right the way down, and some of these back edges. So I'm not doing, like, see the guns and things, I'm not picking them out in silver and that. We just put a tiny little touch of grey. That's all. We kind of want them to fade away into the background. And then we'll catch a couple of these front edges and then just run a little line. You see, like I did then? See what I did? So we accentuate where we ran that grey in with the airbrush. And these leading edges, that's what you're doing now. So the blow you put, then this gives you the crisp little, look at that. See the way the brush runs along? God, I hate being blind. See the way the brush runs along, and it just lifted out that grey edge, right, on that panel. That's how you start to build and accentuate a highlight, right? It's just layering, this is not wet blending. So your model will start to pop. A little bit. What time are we at, Al?
We are at 8 minutes to 9.
Shut your face. Really?
Yeah.
Bugger. Okay.
Maybe I should.
We might be. Yeah, let's start letting them get some tickets. That's a great idea, Alexander. Is that the first time I've called you that on stream? Mm-hmm. Scarlett calls him that. I didn't do it.
Alright, get started.
Okay, you guys, you can enter the raffle and we will close it at the end of the show, which at this rate is going to be about 1:15. Right, let's get some. I won't do any more. Let's get some Warcry. Remember, there's 5 of you winning tonight. And Al, have you got, when we do that, are you going to be able to have the active list of who the donators were and stuff? Can you just get to that? You can, right, Manny? Yeah, I thought you might be able to. So, shall I go smaller brush? No. So, pure wolf grey. There's my water. Always bit of water. Or thin in medium. Or H2O if you can't say water. No, I am. I'm going smaller brush with this. And the reason being is that I do want to keep these really high highlights like very thin. Do you see how small they are in comparison to the other line? So like that, something like that, you just hit that corner point. And that's it. They're very, very minute. God damn it. Bloody thing. You see what that starts to do to that highlight. What they say now? Are you
You'll
miles
be glad
away?
to hear I've started studying Italian culture and customs. That's
Ooh,
right, I'm
okay.
playing Mario Super Odyssey.
Oh, Mario, okay. Oh, mamma mia. That's how it used to go.
That sounds like a human.
That sounds like a
Oh,
Scarlouche.
this is very weird.
No, I know what you should do is when you come in and you bombard my stream with messages and now a personal visit, you should at least come and say hello to the internet, because I've read the whole internet, your text.
Oh wow, thanks. I just need
Come and say
styrofoam,
hello.
don't ask why.
Styrofoam?
No, you know those things? Look, I need that.
Okay, it's in the cupboard, but can you just wait? Alex will get you
No,
some.
I look bad.
Just come and say hello. You've got... And look, my daughter look bad. She's wearing, stand up, she's got a Princess Leia t-shirt on and a Rebel Pilot pinny. That's a cool daughter. Fist bump, don't leave me hanging.
I didn't see it, sorry.
Oh
my god, you will not regret what I'm making you right now.
Cake pops?
Yeah, but like, I put my own twist on them, so they're just better than everyone else's.
We'll probably be
Thank you
about
very much,
another
that's
15
great.
minutes, sweetheart.
Okay, oh well, they're not going to be ready by then.
Okay, darling.
Bye.
I love you.
Is Pepper in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there she goes. She's wicked. She's got so many Star Wars t-shirts now. It's all she ever wears. She loves them.
I discovered yesterday how much my old Wii Mario games are still worth.
Really? I've gone down to too low again, and I'm sorry. You got to shout me out when I do it, because I forget I'm doing it.
Something's so grown up now. I think that was about Scarlet.
Yeah, she's amazing, mate. So she's 13, going on 14, and since she turned 13 from October, she has grown, isn't she? Like years. She's grown from a child into this really young lady. She's wicked. She's such a cool person to live with. Very blessed. I've got a little bit of black I screwed up then. I know you guys probably don't even see it, but I can. So just here. Okay, that is... God, I am seriously going to chuck these glasses across the room in a minute. That is the black and the bone done. Right, so let's just put a Canopy Glow, which is going to be an orange, and we'll see what it looks like all together. It's looking pretty bloody cool, isn't it, Al?
Don't add a shed.
Don't add a shed?
Yeah.
Oh, Al, but it needs a shed in the corner. Happy little shed. It looks wicked, man. Right, let me... So we're going to use some hot orange, some fire orange, and some golden yellow.
Commander Rex still thinks you should have gone with stars.
No, it looks good with that glow, don't you think?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It works. It's a little spot of colour. So a bit of hot orange, which is like a deep orange. I think it's in the darkest part of my oranges. I bloody hope it is. Right. So this is more base coat, but it is a translucent paint. It's not very opaque, so that black's not going to get covered easy. So we don't want to go right into the corners. We just want to leave that little black going right back into the corner of that canopy. That's why I painted it black first. So that'll create the deepest shade is black. Deepest part of your shadow. So the brush like feeds the colour, right? So as I'm feeding that colour and I keep touching it, it's hitting the top.
Is that what the few glazes are for?
No, the Games Workshop glazes don't really work like that as such. A glaze is to enhance a colour. I think it's too thin. A lot of the paint I'm using is air, so it has a natural thinness to it. A lot of the Games Workshop like yellows are really opaque and they cover really well. But actually these Vallejo oranges especially, and their yellows, are very translucent. So the more you build, you get almost a glaze effect where it like builds it. The colour intensifies, but then drops off towards the edge of where you've put that colour on. Okay, so that's just the base orange, right? But you can see that black has already given us that deepest shade, right? So that's what we did. We painted that orange in without getting that into that black. So now let's go orange fire. Okay, so neat orange fire. So whether it's orange fire or you're using a GW range or you're using a whole different range of paint, basically dark orange, medium orange, and we'll add a bit of yellow, which is almost an orangey yellow right at the end. So because it's like a teardrop, we want to highlight right at the top. You want to highlight, that's where you want the light, and then you blend out towards the bottom. Okay, so second orange, highlight, you can see where the dark's been left. And then some gold yellow, you can see it's a really not very bright yellow. I haven't washed my brush either, that's a good point. So there's still some of that orange in my brush. So literally a dot at the top, and then you feather, and you can do that by removing a bit of the paint. Do it with your, don't do it like I do it. But that's the best way.
Do as Rasta says, not as Rasta
Yeah,
says.
yeah, absolutely that. I'm like a priest. Do as I say, not as I do. Peppa! God, I'm calling my dog on stream. What new hell is this?
I think he wants him to drive a building. Let run across. Make sure it's not.
Did you like open the door, chuck a dog in and run away?
Yeah.
Nice.
Commander Rex said it'd be nice to do as Rasta does.
And the world would be a crazy place if everyone did like me, Captain Rex. No one wants that. No one wants lots of me running around. One's enough. I generally heard some other London accents in my village and got very upset about it and was like, I'm the only one. Because you just sound like a modern youth. Right, so look. I think we're done. I'm going to do some stuff underneath, right? Because this is a commission piece. But it's alright, isn't it? Paul? No, I'm not Paul. How cool is it? It's come out really well, Al.
Mm-hmm. Wicked.
What do you guys think? Do you like it? It's good, huh? So that was just 2 hours. Alright, so I sprayed it black first and I stuck a magnet on it. But other than that, I think that's come out really nice. I hope that was... it's fire. Yeah, man, I like that. You can say that. I like you saying cool stuff, not like Paul Stander. Is that Stander as usual? Could be the Punisher if it wasn't Grievous. Yeah, I agree. It could be the Punisher. He's slightly different though. The Punisher's the way the eyes are and the way the skull. So when you are like painting something like that, there's certain cue points. So his eyes are a certain way, and he's got those bits that come off the top of his head, and that undercut on the chin, on like the cheekbone line. Mm-hmm. So the Punisher's one's more comes back down on itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then is more chunky. So when you are painting freehand, that's what you want to do. And like you saw, so there was plenty of times where my line wasn't correct. First hit. So use your paint thin, multiple layers, and it doesn't destroy what you're doing, and it still leaves me full panel lines to run paint into, and gives me a nice clean surface. I think it's absolutely come out. The light's a little bit overpowering, so you're missing some of the nuances in the brown and the bone, especially on here. You can't really see, but there we go. I'm really happy with that for a 2-hour stream. Really happy. Is James, you watching? Josh Holt, hello, beautiful man. Maybe after the summer when we get back, I'll think about opening up the commissions again. I still do a few for for my old customers that have kept me in business for years. I'll always work for those guys, but I just don't have the time to commit to opening my commission service back up with my daughter now. I really love this. I hate when I paint nice things and I've got to give them away, especially to James. James has all my nice ships. He's got the Mario stuff.
Yeah.
He's got the Space Invaders stuff.
Yeah.
The Big. Hi, The Big. Who are you? Have you changed your names? Is that Matt Witham? Who's the big bearded? Is that Lee from Cloud City? Who's the big bearded beast? Right. So that's what we did.
Oh,
Like mine. Ah, you haven't even got a beard anymore. You shaved it all off and looked weird.
Miranda Lebo.
What?
His Clive was just saying that he has Miranda Lebo.
Yeah.
James doesn't have all your nice shit.
No, you've got my most special ships. But James gets all the funky paint jobs, all the weird stuff. He's not even here, is he? He's gone. I've done a whole stream painting his ship, and he's gone. Big beardless beast doesn't really have the same ring to it, dude. If you scrap back, man. Like there was hugs you gave with that beard that were emotional, bro. Now you look like an accountant. Right, so yeah, that's what we did. Let's get the lid for this. A beautiful, handsome accountant, of course. You know I love you, mine. Oh, right. So let's get that over there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll give... Aha! Work is work, but you know what I think of your work. It's exemplary as usual. Yeah, no worries. So what do you think, dude? You love it? All accountants are handsome. I can't actually remember what I was doing with these, James. So can you message me? I can't remember. So message me, just remind me what I was doing with those. I'll have them done for you soon, bro. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a little freehand tutorial. It wasn't a massive one in the sense of we didn't like try to paint a pin-up girl essentially to match the Grievous. Okay, alright, I understand. Same palette, same sort of thing. No worries, brother. No problem at all. I know we didn't... What? Huh?
He said ignore what they said they're going to be ducklings.
What are
Paint
going
them like ducks. Nantex.
Yeah, like big yellow beaks.
Well, do you not remember
Howard the Duck?
my idea for Nantex? That I was going to flip them sideways and turn them into tiny little IGs by just removing the canopies and then putting little crab wings on them. Tiny IGs, man.
What? Get rid of that.
So get rid of that
Yeah.
and just put two crab claws coming out.
But going backwards.
Or forwards or sideways.
It'd have to go backwards, wouldn't it? I see what you're going for there, Al.
Yeah.
But once, as usual, I'm not sure. Some of your ideas are boom shakalak.
Yeah.
Might go with battle droid faces on them. Oh, Archnin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wicked, yeah,
oh.
Yeah, man.
Archnin's got a much better up. Much better idea. Yeah, James, you getting that? And the rest, we're going to leave it up to me and Archnin to decide.
Sunfat.
A pin-up sunfac. What does he even look?
I don't know.
He's one of those thingy bobs, isn't he? Geonosians. I mean, they weren't the best looking race of things.
Really?
Are you going to Google sunfac? You don't know what sunfac is? No, not sun facts.
Yeah, that's more fun.
No, there you go.
Oh yeah,
He's that. He's like a bug.
Yeah, no worries.
Right, well, battle droid faces actually might make a bit of sense. We might do that actually next show. I'll have a little think about that, and we'll see if we can do something like that on next show. Don't know what I'm doing next show. I don't actually know 100% what's happening tomorrow, but let us do the draw. Al, close it.
Cool. No worries. Those injuries.
So we have had 10 people enter. We have had 62 tickets brought. Here we go. So we have got 5 sets. First set is going to be... Let's do this. First set's going to be Han Solo with Lando and Maul. Who's that going to?
That's going to Lucky Call Sign.
And this is why I haven't posted out what you won last week. Wait, I need a pen and paper.
What a shocker, look. They're all,
Oh my god, I'm going down, everyone. I always knew I'd go down in the world. There we go, back up. Can I write on that? Yeah, okay, so that's lucky. Yeah, who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next? Well done, Lucky. So we've got, again, we've got Han Solo, and this time we're going to have Triple O and... Where's he gone? I'll find you in a minute, you stinker. There he is. We're going to have Triple O and Forlom, because that makes sense, doesn't it? Who's that going to?
Terminator.
Terminator, yay! Terminator. So, is Terminator and Lucky subs?
Yes.
They are both subs, and Terminator donated tonight, didn't he?
He did.
So, we're getting one of those, and you're getting, is that right? Yeah, one of those, and you're getting one of those, and you're getting one of those. Terminator, veteran winner. What would you like, bruv? I've got afterburners. I've got, you won't want that. Oh, do you know what I have got just for Mark? Wait, Mark, I've got, this is my personal thing. Wait. Did Lucky donate tonight, do you know?
I can check. Who's that?
I am here, everyone. I'll be back. Just wait, I've lost my tings. Where did I put it? Where did I put my tings, man?
What are you looking for?
My other cards.
No,
Oh, there they are. Here, Mark, I got my own personal. I only had one of these, but I'm going to give it to you because I love you. Mark, Metal Poe Dameron. You know you love that. Okay, that's Mark's. So, that was Mark Ward. Let's do that.
Ready.
Hold on.
Next one. What a guy.
I love you, dude. You know I love you, man. Next is winner number 3.
Caesar.
Zizo! Excellent. And is Zizo a sub?
Yes.
Zizo a sub and Zizo donate?
Yes.
You did? Oh, wow. So, Zizo, you are getting Boba Fett, Han Solo, and Guri. Such a good combination. And you're going to get, isn't it? It's such a good combination. And we have got one of those. And where's the one with the thingy bob symbol? Give me the upgrade one of the plastic cards out. And then metals. We've got an Anakin, Afterburners, Quick Draw, Femral, Luke, Vader, or Darth Maul. Which one would you like, brother? Hey, the Doc. There you go, bro. So you can have a little look again. Let's wait for Zizor to answer if he's on. Right, well, if you're not on, give us a shout. Which one you'd like. Drop us a message if you've gone off. And let us know what you're after, bro. Okay, so... Oh, Vader. Perfect. I love when they're there. Wicked. And that is, everyone, there's no Vaders left now. So you've got double-sided, you've got Tempest Squadron, and there he is himself, Mr. Vader. Beautiful metal cards. So, did you get one of those?
With an address.
And that. Yeah, please, anyone that wins tonight, send us your address. So 3 is Zixor. Vader.
Ooh.
Who was
That's
next?
a shock surprise.
Whoa! Standers won. Well done, mate. And Standers going to be so pissed Vader just went. So you're going to get a Jakku Gunrunner, a Han Solo, and a Sabine Wren.
He has to
So missed Vader.
And
Paul,
he did donate.
Paul, do you know what, mate? Damn, man. I'm going to have no of my own personal cards. Where'd that other pack go? Is that one? There they are. Okay. Paul, here, you can have my Vader. Because I love you.
We now have no real.
We now have no... I have nothing now. So, Spurgeon, Vader. Right, one more. Oh, he's taking all my nice stuff. I love you, bro, and I know you love Vader.
Really?
I know you love Vader. Go for it.
Yay!
I love when Dalton wins cards. What would you like, bruv?
Vader's gone.
Vader. Surely he'd have a Darth Maul, wouldn't he? Yeah, let me know, Lee, what you'd like. Zigsaw, please get in touch with your address. Lucky, you choose. All right, I'll choose you one. Lucky, what I'll do, Lucky, is I will wait till after next week's stream to post you out. Because we all know you're going to win something again next week. And I might as well just bundle them all together so you got 3 and 1 in it. And even if you don't, I'll send you something because you know I love you. Right, so let me know, Zigsaw, your address, please. Mark, as well, can you get in touch with your address? I really enjoyed our little stream tonight. I think that went really well. I had a huge catalogue of disasters with stuff I was painting either for commission or to sell myself. Before we even started stream, I even said to Al, tonight's not going to go well, bro. Expect a load of accidents. I'm not on form. And it worked. So that's it. I will try this week, I promise, to get some photos on my page. It will be Mark's ship. I've done a Von Regs tie for a customer. We'll get some photos of this up. Just so you guys can have a little bit of... Yeah, please, Paul. I tend to get them and then delete them, mate, because I don't like to keep hold of people's addresses. Same as Lee. So, yeah, there was loads of little brush techniques there. I hope you listen to the little things. I think you have it from the Patreon. Zizo, send us one anyway, bro. It just makes it really much easier for me because I'm as dumb as anything with that stuff. Even logging into the Patreon's pretty difficult. Yeah, there was some nice little techniques there. It's little things, right? When you've been painting for a long time, like I have, if you listen to things I say about like holding your breath and the brushes you're using and how you feed your paint, that's what I've learned over years and years and years of doing it. So there's something there. Hopefully anyone could hit. Captain Rex, you could hit this without the airbrush stage at the start, just the same. You could use a little dry brush if you wanted that slight fade, or just do it like we did with a slightly darker grey first. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with that in 2 hours. Right, should we go full screen just for a sec?
Sure, no worries.
Yeah, just change it up because we never do that, do we?
Yeah.
You have to transition, big boy.
I'm just...
Oh, you've got to do that too. It's very complicated. Do you have my address? I do have your address, I think, sweetheart. I've got it in your dad's personally messaged me, so I'll be able to find your address there. Right, that's it. It was really good. So listen, I'll just fill you in quickly on plans for tomorrow night, everyone. We are definitely going to be streaming a game. Whether we stream early or we stream at our normal time, we'll let you know by about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, absolute latest as to what we're doing. We do plan on, if possible, having our game and then doing this crazy 150 word quiz with Lewis and Jess, which sounds like a lot of fun. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a drink.
So we get what?
Have a drink.
Yes. Right, so look, if I do this quiz thing, it is going to be, Lucky, you know I love you with all my heart, sweetheart, but it's going to be for the adults, this one, because we may be going to have a little drink and there might be some rude words. So I just want to give you a heads up, same as you, Mr. Spurgeon, if you've got Jude watching or any of the other kids, any of you, in fact, at home with your younger kids watching, you know I don't generally do anything like that, and I do try and watch the P's and Q's a little bit for the little ones. So, but we can have an hour or so for the slightly older ones, right? We've earned that. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a great bit of game and then go to bed. Perfect. I do want to give you guys a game tomorrow, one way or the other, and then we'll jump into this quiz. I'll let you know exactly what's going on, but I should imagine we'll be on air about 6:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow with another fun game. Neither of us know what we're doing. Do we? Nope. No, so we'll find out tomorrow, probably about 10 minutes before the show, like we always do. I I've really enjoyed this. Thank you for your very generous donations, and for anyone that subbed or pushed the notifications button or liked us on Facebook, it means the world. Check out all the links below. You'll also find links to like ProTech and different stuff like that. See you tomorrow. Thanks for another great stream. Yeah, Archnin, especially anyone in the States, please stay double safe. Yeah, be careful. It's not worth your life, whatever it is. The rest of you, stay safe. Don't get sunburnt, Lee. Sun cream. There's a song about it.
Aloe vera is the only person who can save him now.
Yeah, aloe vera. No, not when he's got proper sunburn like that. Bless him. That must really hurt him. Till then, one love. Peace.